Okay, some of you have dived into the book. You're getting ahead of where I thought you would be by now, so that's congratulations. You're diving into your book, you're creating your outlines, and I have some tips for you on the outline creation. For one thing, there's two ways you can start with your book. The first way is if you know what you want to cover. You have your outline already set up, you have your chapters. You may be using the story sandwich method, so you're going to need a story at the beginning. You're going to need to have some bullet points to talk about what the story illustrated. You're going to bring in some other stories, and you're going to wrap things up with maybe an assignment or something at the end. Okay, so maybe you've already got that outline. You're going to cover 12 subjects in your book, 12 main things that you're going to cover through there, and wrap it all up with the conclusion. So then all you need is an intro, a conclusion, the points you're covering, and the story sandwiches. And if you have that outline, then you want to go and look at the material you've already created, whether it was audios or videos or articles or blogs or journal entries, whatever. Look at what you have, and what I do is I create several folders inside of a subfolder. So I make a subfolder on my computer for the book, and then I'll make a folder inside of that folder for every chapter. So each chapter has its own folder. And then I'll start dragging and dropping the different things into those folders, whether it's an audio, a video, or or PDF I did, or whatever. I start putting that into those folders. And then you can take and start working things into the outline. You can take the first chapter, for example, and look at what you have, organize it, fill in the blanks, and there you go. And then you just rinse and repeat for all of the different chapters. Okay, your other option is, let's say you just have content. Some of you have noticed that you have weekly lessons you've been writing, or pep talks you've been writing, or maybe you've been recording them as audios or whatever. Look at those and jot down the titles of each of them and the main subject matter of each of them. And gather any other information that you have. And start to look for patterns. Okay, you may see that you have a bulk of content on a specific subject. And then you could break it out into chapters from there. So, for example, in my 10 Steps to Fulfilling Your Divine Destiny book, it was actually written from weekly lessons that I did on She Loves God. Okay, so what I did is I took and I wrote down the titles of each of those lessons. And if there were like catchy titles that really didn't tell me the subject, I'd go ahead and write down the subject. And I put these in a spreadsheet and sorted them by topic. So if I started to see the pattern. Actually, I didn't know there were 10 steps to fulfilling your divine destiny until I started doing this. I started looking at what I had and noticed, hey, this is kind of step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and I started grouping the content that I had based on these steps that I started to see the pattern of. So as you pull your content together, the main thing you want to do is look for patterns. And if you have a lot of work already created on a specific subject, that's a good indicator you may have a book there. Another thing that you could look at is, what was the responsiveness? Let's say you sent out these articles to people every week. Look back through. I always keep the feedback that people give me. I keep a feel-good folder. And I look at the feedback I get on different articles. So you might see a pattern that, hey, this one article got tons of positive feedback. Or this one did, or another one. And those might be indicators of the subject matter you want to cover. And then start gathering your content and make your outline from there. So I hope that helps. Like I say, it's as different, your outlining method is going to be as different as you are from the next person. But gathering stuff in and looking for patterns is about the easiest way to go and look at where you're getting the positive feedback from people already. Good luck with it.